guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. So today's video, we're going to be checking out some new pencils. I am filming this a little bit in advance to when I'm actually going to be putting it out. So hopefully everything I'm telling you in this video is still relevant when I put it out. They just came, I did an unboxing with a few other art supply items. I will put a card in for that if you want to see that. But I said I would do an individual video on these so we could swatch them out and test them out and see how they are. So this is a 72 piece set. I thought these looked really interesting. I was especially interested because they have Klimt's artwork on the boxes. They do have a 120 set, a 48 piece set, and maybe even a smaller set, maybe like a 24 piece set, but I opted for the 72 piece set. I like the box on the 72 set better than the 120 set. The 120 set is pretty too. It's a red box. I forget what artwork is on it, but if we flip it around here, I thought the 72 set was best to try out and see if we like it. You'll see on the back of the box there are color numbers. It looks like colored names in Chinese. I did try to translate them into English with my Google Translate, and it didn't really work out that great, so I'm not even gonna bother with names this time around. They are oil-based. They also have a watercolor set too. These are really difficult to get out of the box, so I have to try and open them from the bottom. All right, you guys, so I finally got them out of that box. The box was driving me crazy, especially since it was so shiny. It was very difficult to film, but I really like these trays. Like, these trays are interesting. I've never seen trays like this before, especially in a budget set of pencils. They're like a nice, really hard plastic tray. I probably won't leave them in these trays, especially since I don't like the cardboard box. If these are nice, if I like them, I'm gonna put them in a case. But maybe I could find another use for these little trays. Let's take a look at the actual pencils. There's 3 trays. This pencil looks like it's messed up a little bit, but we'll get to that one when we get to that tray. So let's take a look at one of the pencils and see what it looks like. Now, I'm not sure about the barrel size of these, because in the Temu listing, and I was even trying to look around for other listings to see where it said the core size, it looks pretty thick to me. It looks like maybe at least a 3.8 in my opinion, but it said 3.3. But these are also listed together with the watercolor pencil sets too. So, and plus I've noticed whoever's selling these Marie products on Temu, their listings aren't really too accurate. They use like the wrong pictures and stuff. But this is a Brutfuner that's, I know, is a 3.3. Maybe I should get one that's looks a little bit better. So I think these are thicker than 3.3. They look like it to me. There's no, they're capped at the end, so you can't tell from the core. But I'm guessing at least 3.8 for this. I could be wrong though. Oh, we want to look at the actual writing on the pencil, right? I got sidetracked. You know, I get distracted easily. So it just says oil over here. Hopefully I'm trying to get it so you can, it stays in focus. It says oil. It says C7524. I'm assuming that's just their style number. It says something in Chinese. I think when I tried to translate it, it said something about colored pencil. So I think it probably just says it's a colored pencil. Then it says Marie's and the number 26. That's the pencil number. I do like that they put the pencil number at the end of the barrel. It's nothing on the back, no color names. It looks like they just put the color names on the back of the box. So I'm gonna swatch these out and see how they are. So let me get them sharpened up and swatched. We'll do a speed swatch and we'll come back and follow up. All right, you guys, we're back from our swatching. What do you think of these colors? I really like them a lot. I was very actually impressed with the way they have these colors set up. I thought it was a very well thought out color system they have here. They do go in consecutive from 1 through 120. This is the 72 set, so there are some numbers in between missing. I am kind of regretting not getting the 120 set now because I do like them. I did color with them after I did the swatches. I like how they put them into color families, and then even after they go from yellow to orange to reds to the pinks to the purples to the blues to the greens, then they have a gray section. They even have a skin tone section here, which the only colors I felt like I was missing when I was coloring with them is maybe a lighter, like a light lavender, a light pink, and even maybe a lighter blue or a lighter green. Maybe those colors are in the 120 set. You can tell in between here, like there's numbers that might be in between some of these colors. There's the white is 1, and there's 2 and 3 is missing here, and where else? There's 20, and then there's 22. You know, there's some colors in between missing that might be what I was looking for. We can't have it all with a 72 set, but for a 72 set, I think this is a very nicely balanced set. Okay, so I know the next question you guys are going to ask me, what are these like? Are they the same as some other pencils, Crystal? Are they a dupe for something else? I don't really know. I was trying to think what I would say these might be similar to, and I was thinking maybe the Naoni / Mark Art pencils, maybe a little bit. They do have a very nice smooth lay down to them. Some of them, I'm not even gonna say they were scratchy, but some of the greens, which I say this often, even when you have a budget set, or I find in a higher quality set, the greens are always a little bit scratchy, I believe, due to the pigments. And I wouldn't even say that I felt like these were scratchy colors. They felt like more of a dry lay down versus a more smooth, kind of creamier lay down some of the other colors had. On a whole, when I actually went and colored with them, I didn't have any issues. They sharpened very nicely. I didn't have any breakage issues, really breakage issues. They were a little bit dusty, not too bad. They're not super soft, and they're not like a super hard, firm pencil. They're somewhere in between, a nice happy medium between those two types of pencils. I was working on this page with them. Did her skin, and I started on her hair a little bit here. I thought they worked out very nicely on this paper, and this paper is kind of notorious for being a little funny. They did layer nicely on top of each other. I did a few different skin colors on her face and her body here, and I did a little pink, and I used the white pencil. The white pencil is nice. It's pretty nice too. I used the white pencil as a blender. And the hair, let's keep going with this hair. So I used these few blues. I thought since there were so many nice blues and they all kind of go into each other quite nicely, we would give her some blue hair. So I just did a nice light layer of blue. Color number, this is number 59. Then I took the next color, blue, 58. Then I did a 57. I do have to sharpen them a little bit, like often, to do the hair, because they are a little bit on the softer side. So they're not like a really like a polychromos, like a harder polychromos type of pencil, which I like more. Like I like a hard pencil for hair, but these worked out pretty good, I think. Then I did some white in there. And kind of start all over again. they keep their points fairly good. Okay, so let's see if we can do some comparisons between these and the Nione. I'm going to say Nione slash Mark Art. I don't know if most of you guys know that that is the same pencil, just branded differently. The Mark Arts were branded basically for Amazon and like the English speaking market. But I have my Mark Arts over here. These are a thicker lead than these Maries. Let's take this blue. We'll compare the blues. So this is pretty close to this color, blue, right? And let's grab a polychromos shoe. Is this one kind of close? I don't have a full set of polychromoses. All right, I think that might be the best we can do. Color match wise. Yeah, we'll do those three. Okay. So let's check out the Maries and the Nione. The Nione is, I believe, a 4mm core. And so this is, you can tell that this is a little bit thinner than that. So we're still undetermined on what the core size is for the Maries, but they feel about the same weight to me in my hand. So let's do a little bit of this Maries. And I think this Nione is a little harder. Yeah, I think the Maries is softer. But they are kind of similar. I would say the Nione is a little bit firmer. Okay, so now let's check out the polychromos. Let's put those next to each other. I think polychromos is 4mm too. So this isn't an exact color dupe for the one that I have. Let me see if I have a different blue. Let's try this Marie's blue next to this one. The polychromos does feel heavier in the hand. They feel pretty good, pretty similar actually. So, oops, what is this one? This is the well, what do I think? I would say that I think this is probably trying to be a polychromos-esque dupe. Is it just like a polychromos? Kind of, not exactly. Pretty much, I would say, on par with every other kind of budget pencil, trying to be like a polychromos pencil. You know, it doesn't have the light fastness of a polychromos pencil. This doesn't even mention anything about light fastness. These Maries. which I actually like that they don't say anything about light fastness, because that's one of my pet peeves. Budget pencils trying to claim light fastness when it's very doubtful that you can be able to sell a pencil so cheap and it be light fast, like a premium expensive artist quality pencil. So if you do like oil-based, like a typical oil-based pencil, I think you would like these. Now, if you already have polychromos pencils, or if you already have, say the Niones or the Mark Arts, do you need these in your collection? Is it a must-have? I would say probably not. Are they nice? They are nice. I do like them. Now, if you are a pencil collector and you just like to collect pencils and have all the pencils, go for it. Especially if you can get them for a good deal. These seem like they retail for a high price. Other places that I've checked, Amazon, the 120 set was retailing for about $60. I tried to look for them again when I was making this video, and I couldn't find them. They look like maybe they're either sold out or something. I did find them on like weird international, I shouldn't say weird, but websites I'm not familiar with, like more international websites had them, and they were priced up to like $72 for the 120 set. Right now, as I'm filming this video, they have the 120 set for $36. I do say if you're gonna get them, I would just go for the 120 set. If you're like me, you're gonna have regrets and be like, oh man, I should have gotten that 120 set. But the 72 set is nice too. I don't think I'm gonna get the 120 set just because I do have so many pencils and it's not really necessary for me to have the 120 set, even though I would like to have it. But I'm gonna hold off on it for now. I do really like these pencil trays. They stack up on top of each other very nicely, and they are very sturdy. Like I did say in the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm gonna put these into a case, but I don't have a case right now, and I don't feel like buying one. So I think I'm gonna leave them in these trays for now. I did cut the bottom of this box off to be able to slide them on and off of the trays a little bit easier. So we'll see if that works. Some of the pencils do have blemishes on them, like this one. You can see it looks like that's where like a tree branch was growing out of it probably. And where was that other one that was, I thought was messed up in the beginning? It was a great one. Where did it go? With this one? Oh yeah, it was this one. That's just like a barrel blemish. That's probably a wood defect. I don't think it really affects the pencil itself. It's a little bit, maybe a split happening perhaps, but other than that, they all seemed pretty good. So let me know what you guys think about these. I would say if you can get these for a nice, like a good price, like a reasonable price, I would get them. And I will pop up my new user code for Temu. Many of you probably know the drill by now. If you use my new user code, if you've never downloaded the app, you can use my code and get 50% off your purchase. I believe there is a price limit. I think it's up to a certain amount of money, and it is subject to change in the future. If you're watching this in the future, it might be some other type of deal. But if anything changes, I will try and update my description box with all of the Temu info in it. I think they are new. I've never really seen them around. I haven't seen any reviews for them. On the back of the box, it does translate over here that these were in production July 2022, and these are made, it says Shanghai Marie's Painting Material Company. I think these are somehow related to Brutfuner, because I had looked on Brutfuner's website and they're selling Marie's products. I don't know what the connection is, if they're part of the same company or what. I don't really know too much about Marie's. I have only tried one of their watercolor sets. So I would love to hear what you guys think about these pencils. Are you gonna try them out? Are you penciled out, you have enough pencils, let me know. And I hope you guys all have a really great rest of your day. Happy coloring, and I'll see you next time.